Beyond technical. Competitive gaming.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another week of Beyond Technical. This week what we're going to be talking about is adjustment. Now, this is a topic that honestly I could ramble on about forever, so we might revisit it from time to time because I think it's an important thing to really take a look at and check out how you're doing in terms of how you play. So for starters, what we're going to do is we're going to watch a match. It's 3 rounds. It's something I just played online. I haven't had a lot of time to play lately, so it was kind of nice. I hopped on and I lost like a ton of points because I'd been really rusty. I hadn't played Street Fighter in like 3 weeks, and I just kind of like climbed back up a little bit. But either way, this is one of the matches I really liked, and I think it does a really good job of illustrating how players adjust to one another. You have a very short amount of time to make these adjustments in Street Fighter, so it's really important to get them done quickly and to get them done effectively. So let's check out the first round, and then we'll come back and I will talk about what kind of adjustments are made, and it might help you try and take a little bit better look at your gameplay, break it down to try and figure out what you can do to improve and why or how you can adjust a lot more quickly.
Ashes to ashes! Anybody got a punching bag that won't break so easy?
Alright, so now that first round's over, you saw that I was pretty dominant. Now, one of the main things I want to take a look at for this first round, because clearly no adjustments have been made in the first round since it's a new person. You don't know who you're fighting, and you don't know how they're going to play. And unless you're really playing at the pro level, or you're playing against your friends over and over or something like that, you're not going to know a random player's playstyle. That's what makes winning consistently really difficult online, because even a bad player is going to do some stuff that just tricks you out, and you're like, oh my god, like random shoryukens, how can I deal with these? So one of the things I want to focus on for that round specifically is just, if you want to watch it again, by all means, hop back in the video, but let's just see how aggressive that Oni was. He was getting caught by a lot of anti-airs as he jumped in, and he played very, very forward and aggressive. Okay, so just keep that in mind as you're watching round 2, and you can probably guess where he's going to adjust, and then we'll talk about it at the end of the round. So let's check that one out. Ashes to ashes! Ultra combo finish! Bow down! Alright, so you see at the end of round 2, that Oni made a huge adjustment. He went from always moving forward to almost never coming forward at me. He was almost always on the defensive, and I was always the chasing character. So with Balrog especially, having to chase people can be really rough. I've honestly had like a really, really terrible round against awful players because they just jump back kick all the time, and it catches most of his abilities. So putting Balrog on the offensive can be good for him, but it can be risky for him as well, because a lot of air attacks are going to catch a lot of his dash punches and his quick moving abilities. So you'll see as the rounds progress, in the final round, you'll see I'm a little bit more cautious about moving forward. Now, one of the adjustments that I need to make, which I attempt to, but I don't do overly successfully, and you'll see as we play through this, is Oni's EX cross-up that links into his Ultra. I really need to watch out for that. Balrog has a lot of good escapes. You can do pretty much any of your dash punches on Wake Up and it will jump you out of there, or you can do a headbutt to jump away, or you can just simply block the cross up. So depending on when he fires this out, it's something I've got to watch out for. And let's go into the final round here, and you can see how these adjustments play out. Again, the Oni is now successful with his backing up strategy. It's working for him, so he's probably going to keep that similar defensive kind of resistant playstyle as I keep having to apply pressure. And it's going to be tough because I've already lost a round in this, right? So now I need to adjust to kind of, clinch a win with this new playstyle that the Oni's pulled out, just simply one round after the other. Let's check out the final round.
Who will emerge victorious? Fight! Stretch! Yeah! Merge! Die! No way! Assets to assets! No one could have seen that!
So as you can see, that was a really, really close round. Now, one of the main things that I did at the very end to win that is the Oni was chipping me with that electric fireball almost every time he got up. So it's something I recognized and picked up on, and I knew I had to charge the turnaround punch as soon as I was on the ground, or else he was going to chip me to death once he got me that close. I also knew that he was always just going to be jumping back and trying to shoot fireballs. So I used the EX thinking he was either going to do a jump back attack, which he did and I caught him, or a plain fireball, which again he did and I caught him. Now he could have EX'd that and caught me, but it's a gamble. It's Street Fighter. You're going to have to take a risk at some point in time. So that's how I pressured forward to kind of clinch that win and pull out a victory on him. So again, there's 1,000 matches. Everybody plays differently. There's so many different play styles. There's so many different things, but this little tweaking your play as you go and this adjustment is really important to, one, throwing off your opponents. If you have some sort of aggression that's just working and working and working and it just stops, the more you play a person, the more they're going to pick up on it. And that's why better players generally will do better over time against rougher opponents. So Street Fighter is a very quick game, and even at the highest tier, like an Evo tournament, you don't get that many rounds to play against somebody. So you need to figure out what they're doing, and you need to figure out quickly. And the pros are really well known for this mental adjustment. They can change their playstyle drastically. I think Daigo is one of the best examples I've seen where almost every time his games are cast, people say like, wow, look at Daigo. He just switched. He switched from defense to offense. He switched. And he just always switches his playstyle. And it makes it really tough because the more you do the same things, and everybody has these tricks that they've built into their character as they play Street Fighter. So the more you're willing to switch how you play, the better you can get at kind of tricking out an opponent or forcing them into you. And it's really tough for a lot of people to mentally grasp this, so they don't realize that you're changing your playstyle drastically. But they will start falling into traps they weren't falling into before. So switch it up and keep people kind of guessing and keep that surprise coming, and also try and see what they're doing. Try and see their patterns. This Oni, for example, the chip fireball every time I got up. So when I finally got up and it came down to it, he'd done it enough times that I was already ready, and I'd charge a tap so that I wouldn't take any chip. That kind of stuff can win you around. Even if it's just a sliver of life close, those little adjustments can win out for you. I know there's a lot of mistakes made in this game, but it's hopefully a decent example for you guys so you can understand what I mean when I say adjust. You have to adjust your playstyle as you go. So that's this week's Street Fighter lesson. Thank you for watching Beyond Technical. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube and follow the spinny link stuff that's showing up on the screen right now. Actually, somewhere around here. Yeah, probably. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate the feedback. Keep letting me know if there's anything you want to learn. I make these videos every week. I love doing them. I've actually got a little bit of time this week, so it's really nice. So I can actually put a little bit more effort into pumping out a decent video for you guys. So if you want to see anything specific, just let me know. And if you're checking this out on Beyond Technical, awesome. You should also check out crosscounter.tv. Really sweet video site based around fighting game everything. If you're checking this out on CrossCounter, you should check out Beyond Technical over on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, because the more people following and stuff like that, the better, the more shares and views this gets. And I'm building tutorial content, so the point of tutorial content is to get it out to the new players. And if the new players can't find it, it's not necessarily going to be overly helpful. Or the old players, any player really. People need to find it. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you guys next week. Guys, Listen, guys, listen. All right, are you listening? Listen. I forgot Chun-Li. This is unfucking acceptable. Chun-Li is definitely among one of the most awesome charge characters in the game. She has amazing zoning capabilities. She's got some phenomenal poke. She can basically just stop any sort of jump in attacks. Combos are a little bit weak. Walk speed's great. She's got a good fireball. She's got a ton of awesome stuff. She even has an automated cross-up. So if you're not very good at the game, it's like doing stuff for you. Kind of bad because you can get punished with DPs. We'll go into that another time. But Chun-Li, special mention, all right? Chun-Li, completely forgot her in the charge character tutorial video.